Another episode of 30 Ways in 30 Days. Today I feel like I'm on an infomercial because I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we use in our house, and hopefully you're using something similar, and if not, I'm going to share some links to where you can buy some of these products. So today we're going to talk about how to keep your indoor air quality better so that you can reduce things like eczema and rashes, chemical sensitivities, which trigger things like autoimmunity or drive things like autoimmunity, but also allergies. These types of things are on the rise, asthma, these types of problems. And indoor air quality over the last few decades has become a lot worse than outdoor air quality. I mean, what's better than outdoor air quality? Really nothing. So we have furniture, we have paint, we have glues, we have all this stuff that's off-gassing in our home. And what we do is we clean our homes and freshen our homes with more chemicals. So we're actually masking a problem with toxicity, which is actually obviously not a good thing. So a couple things that we use in our home that I thought I would share with you, and hopefully you're using some of these things, or it might inspire you to make some changes in your home. I'm just going to share. We try to use as few or as little of any chemicals in our house as possible. We actually make our own cleaning products. This is something we teach to our patients. We're going to be doing a class about this in the near future. So this video is actually not intended to do that, but it's intended to show you some perhaps some products that can help you as well. And there's lots of online recipes on how to make your own cleaning products, but you have to have tools, and so I'm going to show you some of the tools that we have. One of the first things that we use is a steam mop. So a steam mop, you can see there, is a way to just use the power of water and steam to clean your floors. And guess what? It's great because it's got a microfiber cloth on it, so it picks up any debris and grease, and all that stuff gets gobbled up in the little mat that goes on the bottom of it. A few other things. I was recently at a friend's house, and I walked into their bathroom, and I was just blasted with this wall of air freshener. And it was super toxic. I mean, the air freshener that they use is designed for a 400 square foot room. It's really designed for nobody's room, but it's designed for a big space, and they've got this tiny 10 square foot bathroom, and you're just bombarded with this toxicity. And I always remind people, I'm like, where do you think that air freshener goes after the month? Well, it goes into you, it goes into your kids, it goes into the air that you're breathing in, and anything you can smell becomes part of you because it crosses into your bloodstream through the lungs, hence smoking and things like that. So we have to be very mindful of the quality of air that we're breathing in, and as I reminded you earlier, we've got all this stuff off-gassing in our homes. So a couple things that you can use in the bathroom. One of them is called Poopery. I don't have a sample of it, but you can go online and find it. Poopery is just a little spray that you put on the toilet before you go to the bathroom, and it keeps everything fresh, so you don't have to spray stuff in the air, which doesn't make sense in the first place. If you do need an air freshener, the one that we use is from a company called Sage, and it has a nice minty smell to it, so it smells like you just brushed your teeth after you go to the bathroom, which is kind of cool. And a few other things. So detergents, we use a couple. One is from Norwex, so this is Power Plus, which is one of their natural detergents. We also oftentimes use a Smart Clean ball, which this requires no detergent, and it's filled with charcoal and silver particles, and you just put it out in the sun to clean it every few washes, and this is good for 360 washes, so good for a few years. We also use a lot of microfiber. So microfiber helps with degreasing, it helps pick up debris, it makes cleaning a lot easier, it's reusable, it's washable, you can use these things over and over. So this is a little dusting mitt that we use. And they also have cloths that you can use. These are made by Norwex, and they have something called backlock technology in them. So they're actually lined with silver, which makes them antibacterial. So you can use this on surfaces that have a lot of bacteria if you're concerned about that. We use washcloths made with backlock technology. We also use our bath mats and our hand towels using this technology. You can also clean your bathroom. They've got a bathroom scrubbing mitt, which I used it just the other day, and it's amazing. It gets rid of all the soap scum and everything with very little to no additional detergents or soaps or anything required. To freshen your home, we recommend a nebulizer with essential oils. To dry your laundry, if you're not hanging it, and if you want to dry it, then we use dryer balls, and these are made by Norwex as well. They lower the drying time of whatever you're putting in there because they absorb some of the moisture. But what we also do is we add a couple of drops of lavender to these balls. You could use doTERRA, you can use whatever brand you're using. I use doTERRA or Sage, and adding a couple drops can freshen up your laundry. So who doesn't want to smell like lavender and calmness all the time? There's diffuser oils that you can use. Sage has some good ones, doTERRA has some great ones. So these are things that you can do to keep the indoor air quality at its best. Now, keep in mind the average couch has about 3 pounds of fire retardants in it, and your mattress has fire retardants in it. And always remind people that these things were created because the cigarette industry didn't want to make a self-extinguishing cigarette. So instead what they did was they made chemicals. So everyone, whether you smoke or not, has to suffer the consequences of these toxins in their homes, off-gassing into their children's lungs and into their lungs because of the cigarette industry. So if you buy a mattress, buy an organic mattress. There's lots of natural materials that are natural fire retardants. They're a little bit more expensive, obviously, but so is being sick, and so is being unwell and unproductive and not knowing how to stay healthy. So what I encourage you to do is really, really consider your indoor air quality. Use some products which are naturally antibacterial in nature. Use steam. Steam is antibacterial. Use microfiber with backlog technology. I'll share a link on where you can buy some of these products. Use as little detergent as possible. And if you don't want to use detergent, then use a smart clean ball. These are all great alternatives. Stop using toxic air fresheners in your home. Use essential oils as diffusers. Stop using endocrine disrupting dryer sheets. Use these smart balls and also these dryer balls so that you can add a fresh scent of essential oils to them without harming the environment and harming your health. And just keep in mind, if you can smell a chemical, it's going inside you. If you can smell chemicals on your clothing, then you're inhaling them and they're rubbing up against your skin, and there's going to be some transdermal absorption as well. I hope this helps. I hope that all of you stay healthy, and I hope that you're enjoying this series. We're almost at the end now, and I really, really, truly hope it's making an impact in your health and giving you some things to think about, because your health is very important, not only to you, but to your family and those that you love. But really, your health is important to us, because that's part of our mission, is to keep you healthy.